A little bit of a trigger warning for this episode before we start. This game has a lot of like tooth horror grossness, like pulling teeth and going somewhat into detail about it. If you don't like any of that, maybe just skip this whole episode because we do talk about it throughout most of it. Love you. Stay safe. Welcome to We Fix Games. I'm one of your hosts, Laura.
And I'm Jerica.
This is a podcast where I play a game and Jerica fixes it. How are you, Jerica?
I am surprisingly okay.
Okay, good. Today...
Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
How are you?
I'm great, you know? The sun is not shining, but there's snow everywhere, so it may as well be shining because it's so glowy, which is what I love.
You love glowy?
The glowy snow, yeah. When it's at night, and it should be super dark, but like everything looks glowy because of the snow. That's my favorite. Bonus points if it is snowing that beautiful, soft snow.
Okay, I can dig it.
It's not doing that right now, but today we're playing, I'm playing Creepy Tale 3, Ingrid Penance.
Ingrid Penance? Who the fuck is Ingrid Penance?
That's the character in this game. She's a little girl.
Oh, so she's evil.
It's funny you should say that.
Well, in the other Creepy Tale games, all the little girls have been fucking evil.
It's so funny you should say that, Jerica, because the whole point of this game, well, it introduces a new mechanic, and that's the good and evil mechanic. If you do something evil, you get an evil point. If you do something good, you get a good point, and you can press R and you lift your hands up, and it has like a red number and a yellow number, and that's the good and evil.
Interesting.
So, the game starts out with a very interesting quote from Ingrid. She's sitting under a tree and she's looking into a mirror and she says, "Look at those cheeks and those lovely eyes. I was created to experience all of life's joys." And this is our introduction into a selfish little brat who doesn't give a shit about her mother, who doesn't give a shit about her grandma, and depending on your actions, doesn't give a shit about anyone but herself.
I mean, that's consistent with the world that's been established so far.
Right. So your mom comes and she is a brat to the mom. Shut the fuck up, Jerica.
Sorry, God.
Okay. Your mom arrives and she tells you have to bring some bread to your grandma. And the Ingrid is like, "Okay, fine, but I better have pancakes when I get back." And as she leaves, the mom is like practically in tears because she knows that her daughter is a terrible person.
So, if the mom was out already, why didn't she give the bread to the grandma?
She wants Ingrid to go see her grandma too. She's like,
okay.
"Oh, she'll have, she'll be happy that you went to see her." I was like,
well, I mean, if the grandma knows this child, maybe she won't be.
Maybe the mom doesn't like the grandma. The mom is like, "I just need you to get the fuck out of my house for a little bit."
Yeah, maybe the mom is like, maybe she'll die on the way to grandma's house. Maybe there'll be a wolf.
Funny you should say that, Jerica.
Oh my gosh.
Because Ingrid comes across a disgusting muddy puzzle on her way to grandma's house, and she says, "I don't want to get my new shoes dirty." So the only thing she can do to avoid that is throwing the bread onto the puddle so that she can step on the bread to cross it. So she just chucks this loaf of bread that her mother has lovingly made right onto the puddle.
Well, then at that point, why even continue? Because you have no reason to go to grandma.
Right. She steps onto the bread and falls into hell.
What? Are you serious?
She gets sucked into the mud and yes, she falls into hell.
Whoa! Oh wow. Okay. Well. Yeah.
Uh-huh,
We're,
uh-huh.
they're really amping it up, aren't they?
Yeah.
Every game is just
The majority of this game takes place in literal hell.
okay.
I have an eyelash in my eye, I have to get it out or I'll die.
And now Laura's going into their transdimensional secret closet. What other world lies at the other end? We don't know.
Maybe it's hell.
Maybe.
Okay, so when you fall into hell, you fall into a witch's cauldron. Yep, it's another witch.
Okay, well, get prepared to poison this witch. That's
Um,
apparently how you kill witches in this universe is you have to poison them.
right. So they're all like, "Oh, we're gonna eat you because you're in our soup. We love to eat little kids." So you have to figure out a way to escape their house because they kind of let you just walk around since they're like, you can't get out anyway. You know, we'll just let you walk around and chill until it's time to put you in the soup.
Why didn't they just keep her in the cauldron?
Well, she walked out of it, and I guess, I don't know, they think that it's a lot of effort to keep her in.
You could just there's how many of them?
Two.
Okay, they could have just held her head underneath the liquid until she drowned.
Maybe they want her to be alive when they cook her.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
That's just my guess. We do find out at this part that she has a dog named Strudel. So, I mean, how evil can she really be? She's a dog named Strudel.
Wait, was this dog with her the whole time?
No, she just mentions it offhand. I don't remember
Oh,
what. Something reminds her of Strudel, so she's like, "Oh, just like my dog Strudel."
that she probably killed.
Oh, Jerica, no.
She's in hell.
Yeah, it's
Like,
true.
she's obviously not a good person.
She's a quite a terrible person. You meet a little devil called Molech, and he says all of his brothers are called Molech.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. Um, but we escape with Molech. We escape this house. I didn't write it down. We somehow satisfy the plant. I don't remember how, but the plant lets us
Whoa.
shut the fuck up.
Well, hold on. I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
Where was this little devil? Just in the
Oh,
house?
yeah, he was just chilling.
All
He
right.
just chilled in the house.
And then he will like escape with you?
Yeah.
Was he a trap too or?
No, I get the sense that the little devils just, like, go wherever they want. I mean, it's hell.
Yeah, okay, that is hell.
So,
And then after you satisfy the plant monster.
after I satisfy the plant monster, there's, like, this, oh, what's it called? You, like, get on it and it lowers. Wow.
An elevator?
It's like an elevator, but, like yeah, we'll just call it an elevator. It's not an elevator. But you go down the elevator and then you get to actually talk to Molech because you're not in immediate danger from the witches. And then he's like, "Oh, you're in hell." And it's like, "Cool. how do I get out of hell? And he's like, there's an exit it's somewhere in here. You have to find it. It's behind a waterfall. But the thing is, you have to atone for your sins to get out. So if you do evil things down here, you won't be able to leave through the waterfall. And that's his game. He said he wants to play a game with us. And he says the rules are simple, just like Yami said in the Yu-Gi-Oh manga.
That's not what he said.
Yes, it is. He says it every single goddamn manga.
No,
I'm talking about Yu-Gi-Oh from before the anime, season 0.
I meant Molek doesn't say that thing about
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
no, Yu-Gi-Oh Molek just says no, Molek just says the rules are simple. I'm the one who added the thing about Yu-Gi-Oh. You okay?
What's the O part? Because the kid's name is Yugi,
I have literally no idea.
and it's not like he says Yugi. Oh, when the pharaoh takes over. So like,
Yeah, he does in the English version.
does he really?
Yeah, when the first transformation happens, he goes, Yu-Gi-Oh! I think I cut out a little bit.
You did, but that's okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I cut out again, didn't I?
Weird.
Damn. Okay. Anyway, so
Sorry. One last little thing. Can we both agree that like Yugi is kind of a putz, and we would rather just have the pharaoh because he's sexy?
Pharaoh is sexy. I agree with that.
Okay.
Um,
Listeners, let us know if you also think the pharaoh is sexy.
I think that shipping Yugi and Yami together is weird because Yugi is like a 16-year-old boy. And the
I don't know who
Pharaoh,
Yami is, so
well, he's like, wait, you don't know who Yami is?
no.
That's what they call the Pharaoh.
Oh,
And I won't reveal his real name because that's a huge spoiler for the last season.
I guess I didn't realize the pharaoh had a name. I mean, I
Did you
assumed he
even watch
did, but
Yu-Gi-Oh?
I did a little bit.
They call him Yami all the time. Which
I
is
guess I just for-
interesting because there's a magic card called Yami, but it's really shitty because Yami just means like darkness in Japanese. Because Yami is the darkness in Yugi.
that explains the dark magician and the
Oh
dark
yeah.
magician girl.
Yeah, who is also sexy. Both of them with that big silly hat. Anyway, we play a game
I don't know why
where
I entertained that so long. That was my own fault.
I even tried to move on and you were like, no, hold the fuck up.
You'll
Okay,
thank
so
me later.
yeah, well, and I'm gonna leave it all in. Okay, so we go across this lake of lava, and you know what? I kind of liked this puzzle game. You had to like jump on these domino-looking platforms, and I think the key was you had to jump left or right, and then if you jumped on the wrong one, you'd fall into the lava. But you jumped on the right one, new platforms would come up. And you have to jump on oh god, it was so good. It took me like 100 years to figure out what the fuck I was doing, but I enjoyed figuring it out. So you have to get across this lake of lava. But the thing is that once you get across it, you once again get swallowed into the earth.
Okay, hold on. So, first of all, is this the same sort of like side-scrolling,
Yeah,
same sort of art style and everything?
yeah.
Okay.
And there's
So,
voice acting in this one, but I think the voice acting is done a lot better. It didn't really it didn't take away as much. It made it a little less creepy than the first game with no dialogue, but there was a lot more story in it, so I'm fine with that because
okay.
they needed the dialogue.
All right. So, you sink into the earth again.
Mhm.
So, is this gonna be a theme where like we go to all the different levels of hell? I ask while Laura's drinking and cannot answer.
I don't know how many levels there are, but you definitely go through different things. That's interesting. I should have counted it up to see if there were 9. There are, like, 11 chapters. 12 chapters, but not all of those are hell, so
Oh, so we do get out. Spoiler.
we've already had a chapter not in hell.
Okay, fine. Presumably we get out of hell. I don't know. That would be a weird flex.
Yee. Okay, so the next level of hell that we go to, um, I think is inside of a monster's mouth.
Okay.
There are teeth everywhere. Teeth are a big theme in this game. This level was a lot of fun, and it was very creepy. And this is the same type of thing where you have to like go around, find items to like plug into a thing to reveal this thing. Um, we don't really have to go into the details of all that level, but like it was a fun level. You get to a point where there's just like a bunch of tentacles. Yeah.
Ooh.
And the tentacles are blocking off a section you need to get to, so you have to, like, kill them in unique ways because it's like, "Oh, I throw my acid at the tentacle. Now I
You
don't
threw
have
your
acid
ass at the
anymore."
tentacle?
Sid! Jesus.
I am a terrible person.
I love you. I wish this was up more.
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so tentacles. I'm a fan of tentacles. Not for that reason, listeners.
Mhm.
Just in general.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we believe you. Okay,
All right, well,
so
whatever.
you do a bunch of shenanigans, you finally got out of the mouth, and Molek is there again. And this time he's like, okay, make sure you don't let anyone see you out here because everyone is dangerous and they'll kill you, especially Auntie Toothache. Do not let Auntie Toothache see you.
Okay, I don't like the sound of this person.
Uh huh.
Is this going to be a very creepy scenario like the witch's house in the last game? Some fucked up like Rob Zombie House of a Thousand Corpses situation shit.
Um, well, I would say this game continues the theme of I feel like I should no longer I feel like I should have become desensitized to the things
Oh
they do,
no.
but somehow I still find it very creepy.
Okay.
So, that's one thing I will say about these games is that they do, keep the shock value here.
Okay. Tell me about Auntie Toothache, because you
Uh,
could like he's not gonna mention her if you don't end up meeting her, right?
right. Well, I'll tell you about her after we get past the owls,
Ooh.
because there are owls in this game again. We get into the owl house by finding feathers on the ground,
Wait, you get
and
to the owl house?
yeah.
I'm jealous.
You won't be for long. We go into the owl, like, palace. It's so huge. It's like this infinite amount of rooms, and you have to, like, put this orb into the wall and turn a wheel to point at each different orb, and then this big door teleports you to specific rooms.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fun. Um, so in this section, I think you kill a total of like 3 owls. Yeah, you get to kill the owls. So you go into a room where a bunch of kids are sleeping under dream catchers, just like in the other game. And I don't know how to wake them up. I never figured out how to wake them up. Apparently you can, and it counted as an evil deed that I didn't. So, whoops. Because I looked up after I played, I looked up like all the alternate things that I could have done. And yeah, I definitely could have saved these kids, but I thought there wasn't a way, so I didn't save them.
Also, this little girl is selfish anyway.
Oh, yeah. So you can lay in bed, in one of the beds, the empty beds, and the owl is suspicious because your dream catcher isn't on. So he like looks around and he's like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then he like goes over to you, and the way that it's drawn, you like can't see what he's actually doing. He's just like hovering over you, and then he starts like choking you out, and
Jesus.
you've picked up a scythe. And so
When did
while
you pick up a scythe?
oh, it was just laying around somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well, it's hell. There's scythes laying around.
Uh-huh. I mean, that tracks.
I
And
guess.
so you cut this motherfucker's head off.
Just clean off.
Swipe no longer has a head.
Does that count as an evil or a good?
Um, I don't know. I think that it's impossible to yeah, I know that it's impossible to have 0 evil deeds. At the end, like, you have to do some evil things to get out of hell.
I mean, that sounds right.
Yeah. One owl I, like, fried to death in some laser beam that he had.
The
There's like a
hell?
there's like this, um, I don't know, orb thing, and you can flip a switch and it gets super hot, and it's like light from like a lamp essentially, but it's like l super hot, I guess? And yeah, I turn it on while I have pointed it at him, and he just fries, and he becomes like fried like, um, fried chicken, but he's an owl.
Are these owls like menacing looking or
They're actually kind of cute, but I know the game wanted them to be menacing looking, and I'm just weird. They
okay,
don't
yeah.
look overly evil, but they do murder you if they see you. So,
Oh, okay. Well, fuck you, owls.
yeah, you don't have to feel guilty about murdering the owls. This section has just a hint of caterpillars. You, like, break a skeleton and a caterpillar comes out of its eye or something, and it's like, "Ooh, there it is, it's a caterpillar," but Ingrid doesn't know the meaning of it.
Like in the Corpse Bride?
Yeah. You don't break her, though.
Maybe we didn't see all the deleted scenes.
That's so true. I get to the owl's throne, and I'm, like, teleported into this other area with a bunch of doors on platforms. The doors are all teleportation doors. So you go into a door and you come out another door. You can't like walk from door to door. And they have these things next to them with 3 different options. So you change the option and you get teleported to the different door. I am an idiot, so I was like, oh, I have to just keep changing it and like learn which door goes where, and I have to remember it, and this is gonna be a lot of work. No, I only realized once I was almost done with that there's like these glowing orb things faintly in the background that like points where the door is gonna send you. So, whoops.
Well, no, but like I give you props for actually doing the puzzle the way it should have been done.
Yeah, it took a long time. I finally get to the right door that sends me to where the Owl King is.
Mm.
And he possesses me, I think? And I wake up on the throne and everyone is like all like two owls pick me up and bring me to a long line of owls. And they're like treating me like a queen. They're like, "Oh my god, this is our queen now." I guess because the owl's soul went into me? But
Okay.
um, yeah, I don't know. I get out of this long line of owls, which took a good, like, 30 seconds to walk past, and I became convinced that I was supposed to do something 'cause it was taking so long. And Molik is there at the end of the line of owls, and he's like, "We better get out of here. They're not gonna believe you're their queen for long." And Ingrid is like, "Yeah, you're right." So I'm not possessed by the Owl King. And I don't really know what was going on with all that.
Hmm.
But we go into this little town looking place. I say that because I don't think it was actually a town, but it had like abandoned looking houses. And we see this old dude who's like banging on the door and he's like, "Let me in, let me in." He looks old as fuck. I thought he was a vampire at first because he just looks so Nosferatu. And his like teeth are half missing. He has like 4 teeth. Yeah. He's like, "I need to get to the dentist. I need to get to anti-toothache to fix my teeth." And I wrote down in my notes, "Vampire?" Because he looked like a vampire. He's not a vampire though. This part is so cool because he's like, "Okay, I'll work with you to get up." They wanna get up to the tower. And he wants to work with you because we have a mutual goal here, so you get to control 2 characters.
Mm.
And you, like, press a button to switch between the 2. So you, like,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, it's cool. It adds, like this game did a really good job of adding new but not complicated mechanics. Like, you picked up on them right away, but they're very interesting. And that was a lot of fun. The characters did slightly different things too, like, Ingrid could jump over a gap better than the old man could, because he's an old man, you know? But then there's, like, a little demon thing, and it, like, growls at Ingrid and doesn't let her pass, but the old man, like, pets it, and the demon likes him.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. We finally get up to the top, and guess what, Jerica? I fucking fall through the roof. So I'm falling again.
Wow.
I fall into this, like, bed of gum and teeth, like, gums and teeth.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew. Fucking
Yeah.
ew.
And the old man, like, pops his head through the hole because he's like, "What the fuck just happened?" And then guess who it is who greets me?
Is it anti-toothache?
It is Auntie Toothache. And Jerica, she's horrific. She's, like, thin and gaunt and has long fingers that don't look like human fingers, and her teeth are always showing. But the worst part is one of her arms, it looks like her normal arm, but then it transforms into these like tongs for tooth yanking,
Pliers.
pliers. Auntie leaves. She just called herself Auntie from now on. Auntie goes into the house, and you are free to pull yourself out of this tooth bed.
Well, does she? I guess it wasn't clear. Does she pull your teeth out?
Not yet.
Oh fuck.
She wants to pull the teeth out later. She has to prepare your teeth first. She's gonna give you bad candy. I guess to make them rotten or something. Or to like, I don't know, give you cavities? She hasn't pulled them out yet. And you have to run around Auntie's house, and it's the same thing as in the other places. So again, I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail about it, but it's one of those things where you have to go step by step and like, what does this thing do? Experiment with it. Which again, it was better than the other games. I liked this one. This one was fun. Um, you go into the basement and there are some children in chairs.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
their mouths are open.
Yep.
And they have mouthfuls of teeth.
Like more teeth than they should.
No, Jerica. They're just ready to be plucked. If you're doing the evil run, what you want to do is pluck as many of these children's teeth as you possibly can.
There's
The
the pluck teeth
children,
option.
the children are conscious.
Oh fuck!
So they scream each
Oh
time
my
you
gosh!
pluck their teeth. And
Okay, so hold on, hold on, hold on. I know rule number one is murder is always an option,
Mhm.
but I'm pretty sure that torture should not always be an option.
I agree, yeah.
Fuck.
So, I didn't actually do the plucking, but I watched a video where someone plucked and, like, yeah, it takes a long time. There are a lot of teeth to pluck.
And they're screaming the whole time.
Each time you pluck a tooth, yeah, they scream. And the reason you want
Mm,
these teeth is because there's, like, some, like, safe of hers that you have to put a bunch of teeth into to open.
of course.
Yeah, and so if you're going the good route, Ingrid runs around the house trying to find teeth to put into this safe and finally admits she doesn't think there are any teeth in the house. She has to pluck her own teeth.
Jesus Christ!
So yeah, she
Hold
plucks a
on,
couple of her
hold
own
on.
teeth, but
Hold
they're
on.
okay.
Hold on. I need to take a second here because listeners, I'm getting literal chills hearing this shit. It's damn.
Mhm.
Okay.
So in the evil route, you have all the children's teeth, and she goes to the mirror and she's like, "Oh, look at how beautiful I am. I'm still so cute." And in the good route, she looks in the mirror and she's like, "Okay, I can do this. I need these teeth to escape. They're just my baby teeth. They'll grow back, but I have to pull these teeth out."
How old is this girl?
I don't know. I was thinking she was older, but then she said she has baby teeth still, so I was like,
Yeah, but like you start losing your teeth when you're like 5.
yeah, some people lose them later. I don't know what, like,
Or some
How
people never lose them because their
Oh,
adult teeth don't grow in.
damn.
Yeah, kind of sucks.
That's sad. There's this big portrait of Auntie on the wall, and you can interact with it. There are, like, runes at the bottom, and you have to put everything in the right spot so that it opens up into this fucking trunchable, like, uh, door. Like, she o opens the door, and there's just a bunch of pointy bits sticking out of it. It's fucking horrific.
Wait,
And
this is in the safe?
this is the safe gave you, like, a key you needed.
How many teeth did you have to pull out?
For me, I didn't pull as many as the little kids. So, during the evil route, you are pulling teeth just for funsies.
Mm-hmm.
You pull so many more teeth than you need to pull. And every time you do an evil thing, the number on your hand goes up by 1, and the person who was doing the evil route kept checking the hands, and at some point, it just went up by, like, 30.
Jeez.
So, yeah.
So do you have to watch yourself pull out your teeth?
Yes. When you go to the mirror and interact with it, it goes to a different screen that's just the whole screen is your mouth, and you have
Mm-hmm.
to, yep, move your mouse around onto the teeth and pull.
Okay.
We get out from this trunchable door, and we're in a cemetery now. This is chapter 11, cemetery.
Well, 11 already?
Yeah, I haven't been the chapters in this are really short. I haven't been saying the chapter titles.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're almost done?
Um, yeah,
There's just,
we're near the
wow.
end.
Damn.
This is 'cause I fucking learned how to summarize.
Okay.
Okay, so Moloch is there again, and Moloch is there throughout occasionally just to be like, "Hey, hey, hey, how is the game going?" And it's pretty funny because I like interacting with him. In this cemetery, there is a ghost boy, and he asks you to please bring him with you, up top. He wants to get out of here.
Okay.
And let me tell you what happens in the evil version.
Well, before you do that,
Okay.
I if we're in hell, there shouldn't be any ghosts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It might be just that, well, they don't say he's a ghost. I'm saying he's a ghost because he was like transparent and glowy. So maybe that was just like, here's the soul of the kid. This is a kid that came down here like Ingrid and couldn't escape.
Okay. But he's transparent and glowy, and you found him in a cemetery, so yeah, ghost.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this cemetery, there is this just ginormous man. Um, I don't even know how to begin to describe this man. He's sitting down and it's like he's like the grossest stereotype of a fat guy ever. He's just like a really fat guy and he's gross. And he has 6 arms.
Oh, so okay.
And he is smoking much like the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland
Okay.
with his 6 arms. And he's got a bunch of shiny objects that you need. And one of them, to get it, you tell him, I need this thing from you. And he says, okay, but one of my souls has gone missing and I need it back. I need to keep track of all of the souls here that I'm in charge of. Here, take this jar and capture the soul for me, and I'll give you what you need.
It's the boy, isn't it?
It's the boy! So if you're evil, you go back to the boy and you're like, "Hey, I found a way to get you out of here. Just hop in this jar and I'll take it back up with you. I found a way that I can give you a body back up top." And the boy is like, "Okay, great." So he gets in the jar and then you go back to the man and you're like, "Here you go. Here's your soul." And he gives you what you need.
Okay.
Yep. You go into this crypt and Jericho,
Mm-hmm.
what I find down here is a man making little wooden dolls. This is the man from the second game. He says he's found the water to animate the dolls. Except these dolls are like Barbie sized, not real man sized.
Okay, but listen. So all Pinocchios start off as little guys, little guys.
Yeah. And he's shackled to the floor and he's like he yawns real
God.
big.
Hmm.
And he's like, "Hey, if you get me out of here, like we can escape together. I just need you to find the key." And he wants you to do this just because you're a good person, presumably from his mind. And Ingrid is like, "Yeah, sure, I'll help you." He's like, "Great. Let me give you one of my wooden men, and then he will help you on your quest."
Hell
So
yeah, he
Jer
will.
Yeah, so you get a little wooden doll, and you get to just carry him around with you, and these are sentient dolls, okay? Because this is
Well,
after
yes.
he figured out how to make them sentient,
Yeah.
and he also talks about how what was it? I think it was his partner or, like, someone had an army of wooden men, and you have to be careful because they're out there, and he's like, "Oh, but if they get the slightest bit of rain on them, then, they're gone, so don't worry about that." Yeah, remember from the second game when if you threw them in the river, the dead water washed off and they became inanimate again?
Um, I didn't know that's what happened. I thought you were just drowning them.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes a little more sense.
Yeah. So there's a man down here, a really creepy guy who wanders around. Same thing as the other areas, you have to avoid him. If he sees you, he's got this big, blade, and he fucking beheads you.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So don't get seen by him. There's a bunch of fun little things here, like, there's this room full of just, like, fucking eyes on the wall, like, the eyes just blink open, and everything turns red, and it's like an alarm system for the guy, so he comes and beheads you. So you have to find this mask to disguise yourself, and then you can walk around the room freely. At one point, you free an evil spirit from a coffin, and it literally says, like, "This is the evil spirit." In the good version, you take that jar that you used on the little boy, and you cage the spirit in it. So that's nice.
Oh, okay. And then you take that evil spirit back to that six-armed dude.
Um, I don't think so, I think you just leave it. Yeah, I don't know. There's
Okay.
this one section where so the reason you're exploring is because Molek has said that he's found a ritual that will teleport you to this waterfall that you need um, to get out of here,
Mm-hmm.
to get out of hell. And at one point, you need to light up this big furnace, but it's like you have to give something of value to it. All right? It can't just be a piece of wood, or she even tries burning up one of the he calls himself the cabinet maker, but she calls him a coffin maker, that guy making the wooden idols because the evil people are forcing him to make coffins. She burns up one of his tools thinking like, "Oh, this is important to him." And then there's no other choice left, Jerica.
Does does she throw the Pinocchio in the furnace?
She throws the Pinocchio in the furnace.
No.
Yep. If you're evil, that's the first thing she does. And she pulls him out and she's just like, "Hey, can you do this thing for me?" And he's like, "Yes, mistress, I love to serve you. Like, that's my
Oh.
job." And she's like, "Okay, just stand here. Everything is gonna be okay." And then she just lights him on fire. And yes, he does scream. Yes, I did have to hear and watch him burn to death. It wasn't
Please.
pleasant, and I paused the game for a breather for a little bit because I was like, "Holy fuck, that was harsh." If you
Oh
are
my gosh.
Yeah, if you are doing the good route, she, tries all of these things before, and then she's like, "Yeah, I have to accept it. There's nothing left to do." And she tells him straight up, she's like, "Listen, to get out of here and to get your master out of here, like, I have to give this sacrifice." And he's like, "I understand. Like, yeah, put me in the fire." But I still have to watch the burning animation.
Oh my goodness. This fucking game. Holy
Yep.
crap.
Yep, 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 yep. So Molech puts us in a coffin because that's what we have to do the ritual. And he gets on top of the coffin and he dances and he's chanting, and the man with the blade comes and like opens it up and stabs in the coffin. Just too late because I've already teleported, and Molech is like, because we succeeded. So we go through this river of blood. I'm on a boat going
Oh,
through a
cool.
river of blood. Yeah. This is just kind of like a cutscene, so I was like, thank God I don't have to do anything in this river of blood. And we go and we're right next to the waterfall. And there are, I think, 3 different endings here, which is really cool that this game. The first game didn't have choice. The second game had like that weird choice of, do I put the crown on or not,
Mm-hmm.
which was like, this doesn't really feel, why would I be why would I choose to be possessed, you know? But this game, I think it's cool because it's not just straight up a choice. It's like your choices throughout the game determine the ending. So,
Is the waterfall blood too?
I think so.
Okay.
If you are good, then Molech says, "Oh, you've won the game. You atoned for your sins. You did well." And Ingrid is like crying because she's like, "I've been so horrible to my mother and I need to change." And, you can tell she wants to improve herself. And she
Mm-hmm.
goes through the waterfall and she gets back to her mom and they're hugging and crying and the game ends. If you have been kind of neutral, so like if you have more good than bad, but like not enough to have atoned for your sins, Molech says, "Okay, well, I'm gonna help you out here." And there's this little like glowy thing that goes into her. Yep. And she gets back on top though. She goes and is with her mom. Now, Jerica,
Mm-hmm.
if you have chosen to be evil,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot go through this waterfall.
Well, yeah.
Only good children can. And Molech says, okay, I'm gonna take pity on you. I'm gonna give you this tiara from my sister. If you wear this tiara, it's magical and it will let you go through the waterfall. So she says, yeah, give me the tiara. And she puts it on and she's fucking possessed. And she cackles and she, ha 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 ha, okay, let me go. And I did not realize this whole goddamn game that this is one of the evil girls with the tiara.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. So, it's just I like that the games have advanced to the point where I'm being like, "Wait a minute," and, like, connecting the dots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Yeah,
like,
they're doing.
"Okay, so the tiara is a demon because it's the sister of Molech, and he said she's long dead." So, like, wow, that's great, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of like. I love that they're world building here, not just.
Right. So, the world building was great, the characters were great, the puzzles were great. Jericho, I loved this game.
Even though you had to do some horrific things.
Yeah! This is the first game in the series that I'm like, "Wow, I just straight up enjoyed that game. That was a good fucking game." 'Cause remember the first one was like, "Eh, I'm on the fence about it." The second one was just garbage. But yeah, no, this one was great. There were there weren't a lot of parts that I was like, "This is stupid and tedious." Like, for the most part, I liked all of it.
Well, geez, what is there to fix then?
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out 'cause I kinda got caught up in the game. Forgot to think of something to fix.
I guess no matter which ending you get, like I guess Grandma starves to death because she never gets
Yeah,
her bread. So I mean, maybe that's the fourth game where you're being chased by this old lady's ghost because that died of starvation.
it is called Some Other Place, so maybe Some Other Place is the afterlife from grandma's POV.
Could be.
Mhm, mhm.
So
Um
I'm not gonna lie. The whole like yeah, you fall through the mud and you are now in hell. Kind of just like whoa, that was that was a bit of a shock to me. I'm like okay, well we went from like oh there's some weird creepy things going on to no straight up hell.
Mhm.
Um
I liked it because it just got straight to the point and it's, like, supposed to be a short game, so they're like, "Let's not fuck around with any of this," you
yeah,
know?
let's not have you try and chop wood and have it
Right?
not have anything to do with any of the rest of the game.
Right, like oh god, that was so annoying. It's like they were trying to teach you how to do the mechanics, but it was like, "The mechanics are fucking easy, there are 5 buttons I have to press.
Yeah.
Don't waste time teaching me 5 buttons." Let's
Okay.
run through our rules.
I was literally about to say that.
Yes. Okay, so murder is always an option. I feel like this game fucking made murder an option.
Yep. Seems
You
like it. You
murder
got to like kill owls and yeah.
I could have killed the old man. I didn't like when I say I could have, what I mean is I didn't have the option, but but I should have been able to.
Mhm. That would have
Um,
been pretty fucking evil.
yeah. The evil meter got so high. It got up into like the 60s or 70s.
Oh my gosh.
And like half of that was tooth plucking.
Okay. So, were you able to jump?
No. I
Whoa! Whoa! Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so
I jumped, like, twice to get specifically to get across things.
but there was no just like free jump button.
Right.
So it failed. Okay, there we go. Needs to be able to jump.
Jumping. Maybe I could jump on the old guy, not the old guy, but the evil old guy and fucking rip his head off.
Yeah, or whatever. But like, always be jumping.
Yes. I would like to always jump. Rule
The
number
the last game didn't have jumping either, did it?
Nope.
And I
Bullshit.
think that's where the rule came from, didn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
And the third rule, if you can fish, you should be able to bowl. There wasn't actually any fishing in this game. There was
That's
fishing in the last game.
There was no bowling.
There was no bowling, yeah. So, it's like everything that they failed at doing in the second game, they improved on in this game,
Except the jumping.
except the jumping. There could have been creepier music, because that was a thing that I really liked about the first game. I think the first game, the atmosphere has been the best out of all of them,
Mm.
but because they didn't have dialogue, it lacked a lot in story. So it's kind of like a give and take with that. And I'm not sure how they could combine those two things.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the music in the first game was the best, and they definitely need more music in this third game.
Okay, so jumping, more music.
It didn't let me murder the witches
Yeah,
either.
so we've already established that you have to poison a witch in every game,
Mhm.
but you didn't get to do that. Maybe that was just something you didn't find out.
Oh,
Maybe you
like
just
I
didn't
should
find
have
the
poisoned
poison.
the witches.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was another thing I liked about this game is that it wasn't required that you do literally everything. Um, and I don't know, specifically with the children, I really liked that, like, oh, there was an option that I could have saved them because it just the more variety just added to, like, I'm not just there's not just start to finish, like, I have to actually think about what I'm doing,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when Molek was like, "You didn't save the children, did you?" Which also that was a good and evil option there. The option was to lie or to tell the truth, and I lied like a motherfucker. 'Cause I'm evil.
I see.
Um,
Well, I mean, we never really mentioned this, but I think rule 0 is there has to be a Pinocchio.
and there was a Pinocchio.
So we're good there.
I Rule 0, that messes things up so much.
Well, because it was kind of always a rule, but not established as a rule.
It's like a universal truth.
Yes.
Okay, can we make it rule number 2 instead?
Okay, I don't
And
know. This
then we can make no jumping rule number 3. Or always be jumping rule number 3, so we bump the other 2 down.
mm,
Because murder is always an option, should always be rule number 1.
right. We'll figure this out.
Damn, okay, you don't want our poor listeners to be inside our planning process?
Okay, you know what? Yeah, all right. Listeners, you're gonna get a little bit of inside baseball here. We're gonna part the kimono, if you will.
Oh.
Yeah, that's gross. I don't know why I said that. Um Okay. So yes, rule number one should be murder is always an option. That was like the beginning of like the first episode, right? That's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, wow. That really was, like, the first thing we established.
Mm-hmm. So okay. So forgive us. We're gonna do a little bit of a retcon. Okay. Rule number two: Pinocchio in every game.
Okay, yeah.
Rule number three: always be jumping.
Always be jumping.
Rule number four: if there's fishing, there should be bowling.
I like our rules, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we could to fix this game, can we just make, Pinocchio be more of a focus? You look like you're thinking of something evil.
Well,
Oh
what?
god.
Okay. What? Okay. What if the Pinocchio throws the girl in the furnace?
Oh my god! Holy shit. Humans can be kindling too.
Yeah, and then he escapes to the surface, and but everyone just sees him as the little girl, but
Holy
he's really a
shit.
Pinocchio.
So when he throws her into the fire, is there some, like, magical thing release that he then turns into the shape of the
Yeah,
little
so
girl?
yeah, so like when she gets into the furnace and dies, her spirit comes out and he uses the jar to capture it.
How does that give him a body, though?
There's a maybe he goes back to the guy that like made him. 'Cause that we never did we you never go back to that guy to let him to free him?
If you're evil,
Okay.
if you're good, then yeah, you can.
Okay.
If you're good, he,
Um
like, gathers up all of his little wooden men and he's like, "Yay, let's go." It's really cute.
okay. So what if so the Pinocchio goes back to him with the Ingrid soul in the jar, and the old man wizard guy whatever like has a machine,
Oh my god.
hooks the jar up to the machine, and the Pinocchio stands underneath it, and stuff happens, and then this like light envelops him, and all of a sudden he becomes, in quotes, the little girl.
Okay, and he has to look like the little girl because her essence was used, so that's
Mm-hmm.
just how the magic works.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay, so when you do this, is your good and evil reset? Or ooh, ooh, it's you are good or evil depending on if the girl was good or evil.
There you go.
So if you kill a good little girl, you are 100% evil. You have to put the tiara on, you can't cross the waterfall. But if you kill an evil girl who's been ripping children's teeth out for fun, who makes her grandma starves to death, maybe that's an act of goodness.
Or because
Or
or
unless
unless that only applies to people and he's not a people.
well, how does he get through the waterfall then? The waterfall's gotta turn off if you're good.
That's a good point.
Mhm. This doesn't have to stop us, we just have to figure out how to get through the waterfall.
Mm-hmm. This could be the DLC.
Okay, yes, I agree. Holy shit, Jericho, that's perfect. Imagine playing this game and then the DLC comes out and it's like, "Do you wanna be a Pinocchio?"
And that's what it's called. Do you want to be a Pinocchio?
Yeah. "Do you wanna be a Pinocchio?" Come on, let's go and play.
I am just a little wooden boy. I'm not a toy. And maybe I am gay.
Holy fuck, Jericho, that's beautiful. That's gonna be a sound on our Twitch. That's gonna be a sound people can play.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
getting
used to
him to
be
the
just
waterfall.
tree wood, but now I'm not. I am so much more. And sorry,
Do
we
you
can
wanna be a Pinocchio?
always be a Pinocchio. It's rule number 2.
That's so true.
No one can hear this clapping, but I'm clapping.
Yeah, I can see it. So it's just for me. Okay, so that was a beautiful number 1 hit, and we're gonna make a lot of money off of it, but, first we have to figure out the waterfall.
Um, well, if since this game is
No, a
about
waterfall. I know a well and a waterfall both have water, but this is different.
wow. Wow. So this game is about good and evil. So there
Yeah.
should be 2 ways. One way
Ooh.
is to fucking grab Molek
Oh my
and
god! As soon as you started saying that, that's what came to mind.
fucking threaten him.
Oh, never mind. I thought you were gonna throw him into the waterfall and kill him.
Well, I was gonna do that, but then I decided I was gonna pull back a little bit. But no, okay. Since that was in your mind, yeah, you fucking kill him. Throw him into the waterfall.
I love him, so it's sad.
Um, or the good version is um
This is if okay, yeah, if the Pinocchio is good.
yeah.
So the little girl will have been evil.
Mm-hmm.
Um, can Molek still give the tiara, but this time if you're good? Because you've to his knowledge, the little girl has been evil the whole time.
Mm.
So he's like, "You can't get past this waterfall. You're evil. I don't feel bad about giving you this tiara. Also, I'm a demon, so I wouldn't have felt evil or I wouldn't have felt like I shouldn't anyway." So, wow, this is getting like really convoluted in the way that I love. 'Cause, like, you've been good and it turns to evil, and then you have to kill Molek. You've been evil and it turns to good, and then Molek fucks you over.
Or does he? Because you put the tiara on and it's possessed by his sister, right?
Yeah.
But you're not a little girl, you're a little wooden boy.
Ooh, that's true.
So maybe the tiara doesn't affect you.
Ooh. You just get its magical I can go anywhere properties without the possession.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
And so
like
you
it.
go back up to the surface because you can do anything you want now.
Mhm.
Laura,
Mm.
the evil little girl with the tiara
Mhm.
from the other games,
Mhm.
was really a Pinocchio
Holy fuck.
the whole time.
There's been Pinocchios around us and we didn't even know it. Wow. Can we talk about how all of the girls are evil in these games and all the boys are nice and pure and good? Because that pisses me off.
You know, it hadn't really occurred to me, but yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
But
The first
maybe it's because we expect the boys to be evil.
I guess. You're giving them a lot of uh, faith.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, weren't the boys kind of dumb though?
Yeah, that's true. She was much smarter. Oh, wow, I didn't think about that. Yeah, this game was a lot less agonizing to play because she wasn't a fucking idiot. I love that purple straw.
Oh, you love my straw, do you?
Yes, it's sparkly.
Mm,
It's very thin.
it sucks pretty well too.
Yeah, it's so
Mm,
small that it would be easy to get my mouth around.
mm.
I'm gonna cut that out.
Or maybe don't.
They can't see your straw.
Mm, not without Patreon.
I know you're thinking of OnlyFans.
Whatever.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyway,
where the
yeah,
fuck
maybe cut
were
that
we?
out.
Okay, yeah. So I think it's beautiful. I think sometimes we don't have to fix the game. I think sometimes we create a DLC to make the game even better.
That is a fix in a way.
Yeah. So
Because,
I think
like,
we
the problem is it doesn't have a DLC.
yeah, that's a problem.
And now it does.
And we fixed it. Oh my god, Jericho, we're so goddamn good at fixing games.
Yeah, we really are.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so yes, we have created a DLC called You Wanna Be a Pinocchio, where you can throw a little girl into the fire and become a real boy.
Except it's a myth that Pinocchios want to be a real boy.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. A real boy will grow and die. Pinocchios live forever.
holy shit, you're right.
Mm,
Why would you want to be real if you were immortal?
exactly.
Huh. Well, is there sorry, go ahead.
That movie was propaganda
Holy shit.
against Pinocchios.
Maybe we have to if we had a podcast called We Fix Movies, we would fix Pinocchio.
Yeah, and the first thing we'd fix is his name. It's they pronouncing it wrong. So
That's so true. Jericho, is there anything left that we have to do on this game?
I don't think so.
Okay, I think we did it.
I think we did it too. Listeners, tell us whether you think we did it and how we did.
We have an exciting new thing that we're going to be doing. We're going to be streaming on Twitch. We are not we are not going to be fixing games live, but we are going to be playing games. And since we are going to be distributing different podcasts and not just We Fix Games, we have created a, would you say, network for this whole thing. So we have made Glitter Fox Media.
Yay!
So we're going to be streaming twitch.tv/glitterfoxmedia, and that's going to be in the episode description. So you can just click that, go to it, give us a follow. It's going to be me and Jerica, but also the players from our other podcast that we're cooking up. So it's,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's gonna be 5 people. 5 people. And one of them is gonna be Janelle, who was on the Portal episodes
Mm-hmm.
because we like her. And you can find all this at wefixgames.net if you don't feel like checking the show notes. Although it is really easy. You can just click the link in there, but
You can also find all the information about what we're doing on our Discord.
Yes, the link is also in the show notes.
I've been Jerica.
I've been Laura.
And remember, life's too short to play a bad game.
Huzzah! We did it.
Moochie!